So I wanted to share with people all the amazing friends that I have and what they're doing with their lives right now. And I wanted something where I can be Krys.
I'm taking my freedom, pulling it off the shelf.
Krystle Break Easy is a place where you can be yourself.
Around my neck, I'm taking my freedom.
Laugh about your past and share your dreams.
Wherever I choose to go.
And tell me what's going on with you.
Living my life like it's golden. 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 Living my life like it's golden.
Welcome to Krystle Breaks Easy. I am your host, Krystle, and today I have someone that I know for over 20 years. Yeah, 20 years, because we met at 16, 17.
Yeah.
17 we met.
Around that time, yeah.
17 we met, and when I met this person for like the first time, honestly, it was nothing but jokes. Jokes and fighting.
Fighting?
Yes.
We fought?
We didn't fight.
Oh, other people.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
was about to say.
I witnessed you.
Yeah.
I was a witness. I didn't say nothing. I just kept my mouth shut. But I was like, I need to be her friend. I need to be her friend. So, do you want me to go by your nickname or your first name?
Whatever whatever you feel comfortable with.
No, it's whatever you feel comfortable with.
Charmaine, Champagne. It's all good.
It's all good?
Yeah.
So, the one and only Charmaine, aka Champagne, if you don't know. I have you here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited. Are you ready to jump into this?
I'm ready. I've been ready.
You've been ready.
I was born ready.
Oh, yeah. So, tell me in your words how we met.
Okay, so...
Or how do you remember us meeting?
I wanted this to be super authentic.
Yes.
So I was actually going to reach out to you because I don't remember exactly our first interaction, but we went to Eastern Commerce together.
Yes.
And honestly, I was probably so high all the time. I can't remember exactly, but I know it was Eastern.
Yeah.
And to me, I think you were a good student. You were always in the lunchroom, right?
Yeah, I was.
I was outside.
So, listen, the only reason why I was in lunchroom because I was a new student coming to Eastern. I came from not such a good school because I got in trouble. And then I came to Eastern to kind of finish off my last semester to graduate.
Okay.
We had marketing together.
Okay.
That's what we had. We had marketing. And you sat at the back corner on the left.
See, she
by the window.
She remembers more than I do.
Because the only seat that was left is the front seat in front of the teacher's desk. And that's where I got put to sit. And I didn't want to sit there. I wanted to sit in the back because Fatima was in our class too. Remember Fatima? She goes by Lisa Raw now. No?
Listen, I was going through so much in those times that it's hard for me to sometimes remember people without faces.
Yes.
Or, but there was a lot, like even from then till now, it's just been so much. So, yeah.
We met at Eastern and then we just stayed in contact since.
Yeah.
And then I had barbecues. You would come to the barbecue. And then we realized that we both knew Safi. And then Safi was like childhood friend of mine. So that was like, what? How do you know her? How do you know her? Because you guys came to the barbecue and you brought Safi. Like, yo, I don't really know this friend Safi's like, oh, I know the area. So it's probably somebody I know. You're like, I don't know if you know her. And then you guys showed up.
And that's when I first met your sister.
My twin.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think maybe, I don't even know if I was aware that I swear I feel like in that moment, I was like, oh my gosh, you have a twin. Like, I don't know if we ever talked about it.
No, because I always wanted to be like, yeah, I don't have a sister. I don't have a twin. I'm Krystle.
You wanted to have your own identity.
That's why I transferred to different high schools. And I'm like, yeah, I wanted to be separate. I didn't want us to be always connected.
Because I thought about it. I'm like, I used to hang with you and stuff. And I feel like at that barbecue was the first time I knew that you had a twin.
Yeah. No one ever asked.
Wow.
So I just never said nothing.
Wow.
So that's how we met. Eastern.
I have so many funny and best moments with this person, but I want to know what our moments that they think are special to them. Let's listen.
Oh, I don't know if it's funny for everybody. I don't know if it was funny for me. Okay, this is where we get into the tea.
Okay.
This is where I wanted to talk about a little bit of is that the sticky situation?
No, not yet. We still got a few more to go before we get there.
Okay. Funny moment. Okay.
Funny moment.
I don't know. It's something that I could probably laugh about now. But I was probably in grade 7 or 8. And I'm pretty sure every girl, young girl, can probably like relate to this situation. But I was on my cycle.
Yeah.
And we were sitting down watching like a baseball game, like a school thing, right?
Yeah.
We were sitting down for the whole day. Excuse me. And I kept getting up and asking my friend, like, am I good? Like, check my pants. Am I good? She's like, no, sit down. And I was just like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen here? So I basically leaked through my pants. Probably the most embarrassing moment in my like life. And then I got something and I wrapped it around me. And this guy that liked me, he kept asking me like, what? He was paying so much attention to me. He's like, what happened? And I was like, I couldn't think of anything better. And I said, I sat in dog poop. So, excuse me. But that was probably like the most embarrassing. And like maybe if somebody else like knew, it was probably funny for them, but it was like totally embarrassing for me.
Oh, wow. So I have a funny moment, and it's when we met. So I'm new to student at Eastern. That's when Eastern changed into uniform. So I go pick up my uniform, and all I can hear is, you nutty stinking gal, from down, like, I'm like, yo, where did I just come? Like, why am I here? And it's you basically like, not even running, like, stomping to this girl down, like, the hall. And all you hear is, doo-doo. One hand draped in the lockers. And you're just draping her. This and I'm like, so I need to be her friend. Since I'm the new girl at school, I need to be her friend.
I feel like our lockers were close together.
They were very close together.
Now things are starting to come back.
Because I couldn't get into my locker because you had her dust against my locker. So I just stood there on the other side, just like waited. And I was late for class that day. I remember. Because I had, Mrs. Jones was the principal?
I need to hang around her some more because I don't recall half of my childhood history. Like, come on, fill me in.
I don't know what she did to you. I just remember you just like ragdolling her in the locker.
Oh my gosh.
And you know lockers back then are like, you hear the Dudley locks. Just ting, 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 so you know you're shaking her.
Yeah, that sounds like me, but so I won't deny it. But not to say that, like, I honestly, I can't remember who it was, but yeah.
I don't remember who it was.
They're probably messing with me. They probably deserved it.
If you say so. Poor child's probably going through therapy right now.
Tell me your favorite slow jams.
Okay, so I had to think about this because I'm like super R&B.
Yeah, I know.
I'm super like, that's like my stuff. So I was thinking about it, and most of the stuff that I could think about, they were all like old school, because that's for me like authentic R&B. Well, old school for me, for now, the people now.
Yeah.
But Usher, Nice and Slow.
Why though?
Why? All the songs that I chose like kind of bring me to a certain place in time, and they give me a lot of memories. Yeah. Right. So I feel like Nice and Slow was kind of like around the time that I was feeling good, like I was doing good, and like it just brings back good memories. Yeah. So Usher, Nice and Slow. I would say Brandy. What is it called? Broken Hearted.
Okay. That's a banger.
A lot of the times the songs that I like are songs that I like to sing. So
you can sing, please. There's a mic. Yeah, I know you watched that episode, so let's go sing.
I'm young, but I'm wise enough to know that you don't fall in love overnight, baby.
You can't just stop there. You gotta finish the song.
I got something in my throat.
Drink some water.
She said, drink some water.
I'm sorry. That sounded too good.
That's why I thought if I took my time, that everything in love would be right. Oh, but as soon as I close my eyes, I was saying to love goodbye. But I guess I'm only broken hearted. Life's not over. We can start again.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. All right, that's 2 songs. Let's go.
That's 2.
You got 3 more, and you can sing all 3 of them. I don't mind.
At this point, right?
Yes.
I do a lot of karaoke, like with my kids. Like I incorporate my love for music with my kids, so we're always doing karaoke. So I'm a little bit rusty because I haven't really had time to like try to perfect the notes and the melodies and whatever. But okay, so my 3rd one was Monica.
Which Monica?
Before You Walk Up My Life.
Oh my God, that is my song. That is my favorite Monica song, hands down.
And that's mine. And because that's the first tape that I ever bought.
Same.
And I used to bring it to the skating rink with me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And they used to play it on like some big speakers. And I used to just be skating around there. Yeah. And I used to feel like I was a superstar skating on ice, listening to my R&B tunes. And my mom passed away when I was really young. So it just like, it makes me relive those moments like with her. And I just love that song. It was my first tape, like Monica, Before You Walk Up My Life.
You got to sing your favorite part of the song.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
She want me to sing.
I do want you to sing.
Come here to sing.
Yes, this is Slow Jams. You got the email weeks ago. So you knew I was going to ask you to sing because you can sing.
Okay. I was just at the part that I liked. Before I make plans with you, to always have time with you. Before you walk out my life, I guess it's true. Could I live without you? Don't ever go away. Ooh, yeah.
Love it.
He put me on the spot.
I'm sorry.
I would have practiced in the car if I knew.
Don't worry. You sound beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, 2 more. You don't have to sing them.
And 2 more.
If you say a Whitney song, you have to sing that. I'm sorry.
You already know one of these. You have to know one of these that I'm going to sing. Yeah, the song that I did for the talent show. Beyonce, Dangerously in Love. I had to put a Beyonce in there.
Yeah, that's all right.
I couldn't really hit all the notes, but when I was doing it for the talent show, but like once I got into like knowing it, like Beyonce eventually was like
your thing.
Yeah, she was she was what I was trying to be as a singer. Like I was trying to reach her level of like range and sound. Like I feel like I don't really have my own sound when it comes to singing. I like when I sing, I always mimic the person. So if I was gonna do a cover, like I'd kind of be like mimicking them. So it's been kind of hard with music. That's why I haven't really gotten into it, because I don't feel like I found my own style or voice. Yes. And so that's why the music didn't really go anywhere.
All right, but I'm waiting for you to sing your Dangerously in Love.
Oh, I thought you said I didn't have to sing those 2.
If it's a Whitney, you're gonna have to sing, or if it's a
You didn't say Beyonce. You said Whitney.
Okay, what's your last song then?
And then my last one, and it was kind of like weird that I thought about this one, but for some reason, I just felt like I had to say this one, and it's Drew Hill, 5 Steps.
Very good song.
I felt like that song just really moved me when I heard and I loved it too, but it was just like it had such an impact on because I lost my mom at such a young age, and then it just I really felt that song, and it just kind of put things into perspective, especially with my mom passing away. I really tell people how I feel about them. Like, I
Yes.
feel no way. Like, I could meet you today, and if I love you, if I feel that in that moment, I'll tell you in that moment. Like, I love you. So I feel like that song kind of just like reminds me that like tomorrow is never promised, and to kind of live in the moment and cherish every moment that you have.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's dope. I'll give you off the hook for those ones. I'll make sure you're fine with those ones.
It's time to get deep. Let's get real deep. What's your breaking point?
So I thought about this and I was like, you know what? I'll probably give 2 examples. So earlier on in life, that was probably like the hardest thing that I ever had to experience was losing my mom. And it wasn't like, oh, she was sick and she passed away. There is kind of a little bit of, it was a tragic thing. My mom was battling mental health issues. She was schizophrenic. She committed suicide. And that was the hardest thing to overcome because growing up, I kind of like took care of myself. I didn't really have a parent after that. I had like a dad that wasn't responsible, and he had his own issues going on. So I kind of raised myself after she passed away. I was always really responsible, but I feel that overcoming it, because I had to take on so much responsibility, I had no choice. I had a 6-year-old sister who needed me to like kind of step up to the plate and play that motherly role. And because I was already so mature that it was just suiting, you know, it just basically all fell together like that. And yeah, so that's kind of how I overcame that situation. And then now when I think about it, like now being older, when I had my son, and I just had him, and I had to take care of a little living thing and keep him alive. And I remember like his first birthday, I was like, I kept him alive till what? Like, it was such an accomplishment for me, especially because I didn't really have like support. And like people to just take him when I wanted to
take a
go
break.
out. We've been trying to do this interview for how long?
Very true.
And the situation was always the child care situation. So basically, like, just knowing, like, seeing the love from my son, it just keeps me going all the time. I have 2 sons now, so it just, the way that I overcame that, like he was probably like 3, 4, 5, 6 months by the time summer came. So I just made myself really busy. I took him out a lot of places. We went to a lot of community centers, programs and stuff like that. And yeah, I just basically focused on him. And he's such a great little guy that it was easy after a while. It was a lot hard just because you're figuring out everything brand new.
Trust me, I get it.
And even with support, even with people being there, it's like, you know, he has a little black spot on his lip, like, telehealth, what is this? Like, you know, so I used to panic about everything because, and I was just kind of like on my own with that, going through postpartum and everything. So yeah, that's basically probably in my adult life, something that was really hard to overcome was basically becoming a new mom. By myself with very little support and going through my postpartum.
Trust me, it's not easy. Like, I wish somebody told me like, hey, like, having children is hard. No, like, someone just said no. Having children is fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's hard work. You can't give up because this little person's dependent on you. They call you mom. Like, I remember having Kieran. And I had a C-section because he was just he was just being lazy and didn't want to come. And I remember having a C-section. I was at the hospital for a week, and I got home. So new house, newly married, baby, and Sheridan went to work. So I just learned how to drive. Like, I finally got my G. I was like, oh, just drop me at my mom's house. I want to go to my mom's house because that's what we did in our families. You go to my mom's house. Mommy will help.
It's a Caribbean thing.
Mommy will help with everything you want. And he's just like, yeah, you're staying home. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I want to go to my mom's house. He's like, no, this is not your mom's baby. This is your baby. And there I am crying, no, I just want to go to my mom's house. I just want my mom. Like, ugly crying, everything. And he's like, hey, calm down. I'll take the baby, go shower, relax. But this person is going to rely on you for a lot more than breast milk right now. He's going to look at you and he's going to want to be your mom. You're everything to him.
Yeah.
So you have to toughen up, Chris.
Yeah,
your mom can't be here to do this stuff. And I think from that day, I was good. I just needed that firm talking to, and then I was good. I know I'm good. I knew exactly what I needed to do. I knew how to do it. I knew how to make sure baby's taken care of, dinner was cooked, everything, house clean. I had to keep myself busy.
Yeah, you were forced into that situation.
Yeah. I wouldn't say forced. I just had to grow up faster than I wanted to, because all my sisters, when they had children, it just, mom helped out. Mom would do whatever but I didn't live at home anymore. I'm a newly wife and mother now.
How far were you from your mom?
My mom lived at Donald's and Shepherd. I was in Oshawa, North Oshawa. So it's far and she doesn't drive, right? So my husband worked in Scarborough, so I would like wake up early, pack baby bag and car seat, ready, we're coming. We'll drop you off at work. I'll go sit at my mom's house, and then we'll come pick you up and we'll all go home together. And he did it for like the first couple of days, but then he's like, no, you got this. And I had to like toughen up.
Yeah, so a lot of people told me within like the first week, like after you have the baby, oh, you're going to need help. You're going to need this. You're going to need that.
Yeah.
I came home. I had my son. It was just like, he came 11 days early. I was supposed to work the day he was born.
Yep.
My house was a mess. The baby bag was not packed.
Yep.
I was going through contractions, packing what I could in between, going through the contractions, packing some more stuff. So like I was super unprepared. And I feel like that played on my postpartum too. I came home, my house was a mess. It's not ready for baby. I was planning on doing it.
Yep.
So to the mothers, listen to your doctor. Like that's my advice to moms now. I'm like, get your bag ready, because I really wasn't prepared. Yeah. And I felt like if I was, I was just trying to do too much even before. Like I was working, my back was hurting, like, you know, so it was kind of hard. But I'm telling you, as mothers, we get it done.
We do. No matter what.
Pack your hospital bag before you have your baby. It does help a lot.
It's that time for Dirty Laundry, my favorite segment. Let's hear what my guests have to say by airing out their dirty laundry.
I have lots of sticky situations.
Ready? I'm ready.
Maybe I give you one, okay?
Yeah, you give me two. You can share two.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So for a period of time, I was dating a lot outside of the country.
Okay.
Right?
What country?
A few. So my first vacation that I went on was with somebody that you know.
That I know.
That you know. It's a female. It's a female.
Okay. That sounds so familiar. We'll cut out her name.
Yeah.
Okay, but okay, yeah.
And we went to Cuba together. And I met this guy there, you know. And I think we kind of bonded because we didn't speak the same language. He spoke Spanish and I spoke English. And all of us loved him. All of us thought he was so handsome and so cute. And I was the translator for some reason. Everybody was like, tell him I want to say this. I'm like, I speak English too. Like, you know. But for some reason, we were able to communicate. And then on top of it, we kind of like bonded over the fact that we both lost our moms at a young age. So I was trying to be realistic with the situation because I'm like, you know, it's an overseas thing. Like he's far away. He lives in a tourist area. Yeah. I continuously. How much girls is he doing this to? So for me, it wasn't about like me thinking I'm gonna marry this guy, I'm gonna have something long term. Yes. I was just like, you know what? It is what it is. I kept trying to convince him of that, but he didn't feel like he could be honest with me. He just felt like I have to tell this girl what I have to tell her to keep her. Mm-hmm. So that was the first time we went. I met him. Nothing happened between us, and I wanted to keep it that way because I wanted to keep it like something else for us to look forward to next time I seen him.
That's special.
Yeah. So the next time I came, I ended up kind of snooping through his stuff, and then I found a number, and it was a Toronto number. So I couldn't wait to get back home to call it. So I called the number, and some girl picks up, and I'm like, hi, like, I found your number in my boyfriend's stuff, you know? Mm-hmm. And she's like, who's your boyfriend? And she's probably thinking, like, this is a girl from Toronto. Like, she's not even thinking that it's, like, the guy from Cuba.
Yep.
So she goes on to say that she was with him, like, a month ago, which I kind of already figured that, like, this stuff was going on. But before I left Cuba, he tatted my name, like, huge across his chest. So he's trying to convince me, like, you're the one. Like, I want to be with you, like, you know? And I was very, like, straightforward. I can't bring you to Canada. Like, you can find somebody else. If they can bring you to Canada, I will see you there. You know? I maintained the truth. Like, I just maintained being honest with him and telling him, like, this isn't a situation where, like, I'm going to bring you back to Canada. So when I came back here, I started talking to his family members, like a family member of his that was here in Toronto. He kept trying to give me the runaround. I ended up finding out that the day that he was getting married.
Who, the guy in the thing?
The Cuban, my guy.
Yeah, he was married.
He was getting married to the girl that I called.
Ooh.
Right?
She didn't say nothing?
No, she ran down there after I called her to go basically try to be with him in that way. Wow. So because he couldn't believe that I was okay with it, guess what I decided to do?
What?
Fly down when he was getting married.
Oh, but you didn't. So, listen, hold on. You did not show up at the people at the wedding.
No, not at their wedding. But this was a week after I was with him already, so he wasn't thinking that I was going to come back
so quick.
Then, I don't know if you know...
Yeah?
I don't know if we're allowed to say names, but...
We'll beat them out, don't worry.
Okay, but she was going with one of her friends, like a couple of people that I knew from like back in the day that I went to daycare with. They were going. I was like, perfect.
Let's roll.
Now I don't have to be caught up with this guy in the hotel room, be holding hands. I can actually do stuff that I want to do.
Yes.
So we go, and I meet up with everybody that I was there with, and then I go to his sister's house. And she looked like she's seen a ghost. Oh my gosh. Her brother's here with another girl and the other girl's here. So it was like, it was messy. But so I went to a club, like a popular club.
Yeah.
And he was there with her. And I said, I'm not starting nothing, but like, you know, I kind of gave him the vibe. Like, we walked by each other and I kind of just squeezed his hand like, hey, what up? We good. Don't worry about it. And then I don't know if he ended up pointing out to her
who you were,
who I was. And I was like, why would he do that? That's like so bait. Why would you do that? So we're there, and I'm with my people, so I'm having a good time. And the girl walks by and she's like staring at me, and she's walking and she's like looking at me going by. And I'm like, bitch, I already seen you, so I don't need to see you again. Like, you know? And then when we were walking out, she kept trying to like tap my shoulder. And I was like, ¿qué? Like, I was trying to act like I was, like, from Cuba or something, right? I was like, ¿qué? But she knew it was me. Nothing ended up happening. She went back to Toronto, and I was there for some more days, and we were chilling, me and the dude, after he got married.
So messy, Shy.
Yeah, but I knew that it was like something that he was doing. Like, we didn't hook up in that way. Like, I didn't mess with him. Like, I didn't get intimate with him. But we went out, like, we partied and stuff. And I basically just was trying to show him that I don't care. Like, I was being honest with you. And then I just wanted to be there with, like, all my people. And I was able to go, and I went. And yeah, that's probably one of the more sticky situations.
This girl said she did not show up at the wedding, but showed up at the sister's house. That's even worse. The sister's probably, was she already in her like wedding attire?
For some reason, I feel like she didn't go to the wedding. I don't know why, but she didn't go to the wedding.
Her spirit told her that you're coming to the house.
I need to be there to see Charmaine. But I got something good out of the situation. I can speak Spanish. Yo puedo hablar en español. Yo aprendí con el diccionario. Y yeah, like I'm fluent, read, write, speak Spanish, and I self-taught.
Nice.
Yeah, so something good came out of it anyways.
That's dope. 3 movies or TV shows that you wish you took your time back.
Well, for this one, I could only think about good for some reason. And I feel like it was from my childhood because that was a time when things were good or better than worse.
Yes.
So the first one is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I just felt like it was a well-rounded show. It kind of gave you insight on growing up like in a low-income housing and and the prospect of where you could go and just kind of like maybe feeling out of place in certain situations and how to overcome that. So and then I just feel like they dropped so many gems in that show. And the next one for me is gonna be Family Matters.
Yes.
I felt the same way about that show. I feel like it was not as I don't feel like it was like I felt like as much as they're both sitcoms, I felt that they both touched on serious things, but I feel like Family Matters was a little bit more light. Like I think Fresh Prince, like they hit on some more heavier topics and stuff like that. So
could it be that the times that they came out that you were able to understand more of the stress because we were like what 14 when that came out?
Yeah, I think I was a little bit younger for Family Matters because if I can remember that, it could be that
8 or 9.
It could be that, but even if I watch episodes like today, I feel like it was a little bit more lighter. I don't know.
What's your third show?
Don't laugh.
I'm not gonna. I promise I'll try not to. But I know it's gonna be funny.
I didn't want to say this one, but I was like, I really like that show. Full House.
No, it's a good show.
I don't know. For me, I just thought it was like the white version of like Fresh Prince and Family Matters, right?
Facts.
Right? It was still funny though.
Facts.
It was still funny though. I love the little twins. Like I think that's the like mostly why I liked watching it, and just the interaction between like all of them, like even just the living situation with Uncle Jesse and like you know what I'm saying, that white people even got they family members living in their basement and stuff, you know. But
I can't picture. I can't with you guys.
I don't know. I just feel like those are probably the most memorable shows that I watched growing up. There's probably more, but like straight off the bat, like if I think right away, I would say those 3. Yeah,
that's dope.
It's time to be inspired. So let's ask my guests. What's going on with them? In business, life, new adventures.
Honestly, not too much, because like as I said, I don't really have much support when it comes to help with my kids and being able to do things on my own. So I'm very like family oriented. But
you do have a presence online. I would say that you're an influencer when it comes to lives.
Really?
I would say that because you're talking on topics that most females won't even touch online with a group of guys as the only female that's in that 4 boxes.
Yeah.
And then even if there's another female there, you still outshine her.
Really? Oh, well, that's a compliment. Thank you. How many lives have you seen me on?
I get the notification as soon as you pop up on my phone. I go click on it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, more recently, I feel like since COVID, like a lot more people are doing lives because we don't really have much to do, and I actually see that like sometimes the topics are relatable and Sometimes like you get so many different opinions or perspectives of like one topic, right?
Very true.
And then you have people that are kind of in the comments, they troll or whatever, but it's like...
Yeah, she gets at her trolls. Like, she'll call them out by name, answer their questions. She'll cut the whole live. Just stop, pause everybody to answer you. No, put that person on live. Let's see if they can tell me that on face-to-face. Let's go. Put them on live. One of you guys need to leave this box. I've seen you call out people, and they're just gone. They leave.
Yeah, I just like to keep it real. I don't really try to deal with anything. I deal with facts. I don't deal with other outside noise. So that's basically what it comes down to. And recently I was on live and I don't know, like it seemed like there was some kind of confusion. And the girl came on, the girl we were discussing earlier. She came on and she was like trying to talk about me, talk about my weight, talk about this, talk about that. And because of the first situation that I had in the confrontation, I kind of like reflected on that. I was like, I don't know who's going to see this. And I kind of want to like present myself in a different way. So I kind of like dealt with that situation a little bit different.
Yeah.
So I'm being a little bit more mindful of how I respond to people. Even if I'm going to be a little bit nitty gritty, I'm going to try to do it in a classy way, you know? So, yeah, I've been on live a lot more now. I think it's because everybody's just going on live a lot more. But I've had somebody reach out to me and actually ask me to be like a part of the podcast, their podcast, because I kind of like seen a success. I seen somebody that's kind of successful with their lives. And I could see that they could do something else with it.
Yeah.
And I kind of took in like things that work and things that don't work. So, yeah. Other than that, I was thinking about possibly going back into the studio and trying to sing. And
you definitely have to stop.
I know I'm kind of old for that, but I feel like it's just something like that I should
do. Even if it's something that it's just for yourself that you don't want to release it, just something that said, hey, I've done this.
Exactly for myself. Yeah.
This segment is called Book Me, where I actually get to ask my guests about what book had deeply impacted them and why.
I hate reading. I'm not a reader, but I do want to read more.
Yep.
So I still do got 3 books for you. Okay. So I know everybody's probably read this. I bet you read this. I could bet you read this book.
All right.
Sister Soldier.
Yeah.
Coldest Winter Ever.
You know, that was the first Black author book that I read going to Eastern.
And you know, it's funny because I feel like everybody had to read it, and I don't know why I did it.
You didn't read it?
It was never a book that I had to read, so I didn't read it.
What?
I never read that book.
I remember people talking about these characters. I was like, who are you guys talking about? Like, it's a book. I was like, stop, you're lying. I literally went the next day, bought the book, finished it in a day. And then I just like a light switch just turned on. And then my favorite author is Omar Tariq. And then I read Fly Girl. So reading Winter Soldier and then Fly Girl couldn't tell me nothing. That was it. I was hooked.
Yeah.
Those 2 back to back. Then I read every Omar Tariq book. Then I read every Sister Soldier book that she had out at the time. Then I went to Frances Ray, and then just the list just grew.
Wow.
Because I would just like a cover, and then I'll see the cover, and I'm like, oh, another Black author. All right, this one. Yeah. And then, oh, they have more books out? And then just keep going.
I don't know. Like, books put me to sleep. Like, it's too many words and letters and stuff. I don't know.
Girl.
But I'll be into the book and I'll be like falling asleep. Then I got to read like 2 pages back. So,
Have you tried audiobooks? Maybe that will help.
No, that shit gonna put me to sleep too. I think so. I don't know. I feel like I want to find the time. I feel like it's important. Especially because like I'm kind of into like documentaries and like now I'm a little bit more into history and how like everything's shaped, like the cultures and and the language and just everything, you know. So I'm kind of like more I would like to read more, and that's why I said I got 3 books because these are the 3 books that I feel like I need to read.
Okay.
So I haven't read them, so I can't give you a review. But that's the first one. And then I was actually talking to a friend, and she told me, she said outliers, but I feel like it's a outliers, is it?
I'm not sure.
Outlier. It's by somebody. Look it up. But I forget the name right now. It's something Caldwell, or I don't know. But she basically said that I guess it's like a book to people that want to be successful.
Okay.
That it gives really good pointers. I guess a friend of mine, she read it when she was going to university, and that was kind of her book recommendation.
Yeah.
And then the book, like a recent book that I actually was like, I need to get this book, and I need to, like, maybe that's the book that will inspire me to read more, is the Will Smith book.
Heard a lot of good things about it. I haven't read it. I know my husband has it, but I haven't read it.
Well, at least you have it already, so you don't have to go out there and get it. But before the whole slap situation, and even after, like, I just think that he's such I just think he's such a great person. He's always dropping gems. Like, he's always dropping great what like advice, you know what I'm saying? Like motivational quotes or speeches or whatever. Like, he just seems like he's
that he has his shit together.
It seems like, but
we all know it's different.
no, but like, you know, his outlook and the way that he speaks on just experiences that he had in life. I just feel like that really made me feel like, that would be a book that I want to actually get into. Yeah.
So this is our last segment. It's called The Quote. I ask my guests to tell me what quotes they use on a daily basis or the ones they live by. For me, short and simple, mine is, life is what you make it. Because it is. Let's hear what my guests have to say.
Honestly, I tell everybody this, and I feel that if more people did this, the world would be a better place. Treat people the way you want to be treated.
Facts.
I feel like any decision that you make in life, how you're going to deal with people, how you're going to deal with your kids, what kind of parent you want to be, what kind of friend you want to be, is the friend that you want them to be to you.
Of course.
Is the parent that you wanted.
Yep.
Is the partner that you want. And I feel that in any situation, if you don't know how to react, or you're trying to make a decision how to proceed. Yes. What would you expect in that situation? You borrow money from somebody. If somebody borrow money from me,
I want my money back.
I want them to pay me back.
Yeah.
So don't borrow money from me and don't pay me back. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically, that's something that I really, that I live by. Like, I honestly, truthfully, I'm not perfect. So obviously there's probably flaws in the way that I do go about things. But generally, like, subconsciously, I always think about how what I'm doing and decisions that I'm making affect other people. And I had this conversation too with somebody, and I was like, you know what? Everything you do affects everybody in the world.
Very true.
Because something that you do today and the way that you receive it, you might go about your day, or you might go about your life, or this interaction with that person, and it's a trickle effect.
Very true.
So to me, I feel like everything that we do, every decision that we make, it doesn't just affect people in our immediate circle. It actually affects everybody. In the world.
Wow.
Literally.
That is so true. All right. So last question. I want you to fill in the blanks. Krystle Breaks Easy meant what to you? What to you today? How was your experience today?
Oh, just today?
Yeah, well, during the interview, how was it?
I love you, man. It was great to see you. And every single encounter that I had with you was just lovely. You're a great person.
God, let me cry. I don't
have any negative thoughts about you ever. If I could think about any interaction that I have with you, you're kind, you're caring. And I think you're just for me, inspirational. That's what I want to say. I feel like you've accomplished so much, and yeah, I think you're a great inspiration for me and other women. They should aspire to be more like you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love you, Char. Really emotional.
Real shit.
I love you. Thank you so much for doing this. I'm excited.
It was my pleasure.
I'm excited to see you. I haven't seen you in years.
Yeah.
Every time we're supposed to link up, one of us is too busy.
Something happens.
But this summer we have to get the kids together.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
After you got 2 boys, I got 2 boys.
And honestly, it's so crazy that you live in Kitchener, because I kind of been thinking, if I want to relocate, I'm like, I wouldn't mind going out that way.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
It just feels like any other suburb.
Yeah.
The only problem is nothing's open after 11 other than Chuck Roadhouse.
That's all right. You got to go before 11, right? I just want my kids to have a different
experience.
Yeah, I want them to grow up around kids that are their parents are in certain situations.
Yes.
They put them in sports. They have them in houses, like, you know. So I know it's the times. It's you know, it's everything's about timing. Yeah. So that's basically where I'm trying to head it. I'm trying to head.
If you're relocating, let me know. I'll be the first to help you move.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'll be the first to move.
That's on tape,
it's
right?
on. Yeah, it's
okay.
on.
Okay, you go hold there to that.
I'll be the first to help you to move.
All right, what's your basement look like?
Mine's taken right now. No, legit, my mother-in-law what thinks it.
I was like, shoot, I might need a place to crash for a little bit before I get situated, you know?
That's fine. Yeah, I'll make room.
Yeah. But yeah, that's basically, honestly, when I seen that question, that's all I could think about. I'm like, this girl's great. And you still are. Yeah.
You're great too.
Thank you.
I'm so excited. Cheers. Thank you again. Love you.
So that is a wrap, folks. You just listened to Krystle Breaks Easy. I am your host, Krystle. To find me on Instagram, you're going to look for Krystle Breaks Easy _, which is the podcast page. Also, my personal page on all platforms is Chris My Life. So until next time, stay safe.